After driving off General Narshin from Ostia, Roy and company braced themselves for further attacks from Byrne. However, Byrne's belligerent movement towards Lycia suddenly stopped altogether, as if to mock Roy and his caution. Byrne was also maintaining a neutral position regarding the truce offer from Etruria. Byrne's sudden silence and lack of activity could only be described as eerie. With Hector gone, Eliwood was now the only lasting power in Lycia. Eliwood summoned the various dukes to Ferae to discuss their future actions. It was decided that Eliwood was to become the next leader of the Lycia Alliance, and that a new Lycia Alliance army would be established. This new army's purpose was not to take the offense against Byrne, but rather take a defensive stance for Lycia. For his victory against Byrne in Ostia, Roy was chosen to be the leader of the new Lycia Alliance army. Slowly but surely, the people of Lycia were starting to brighten up. Business was improving, and people's attitudes started to get more optimistic. Around that time, Etruria called for Lycia's assistance in ridding the Western Isles of the outlaws and bandits making their base there. Lycia's citizens expressed their discontent by saying that they saw no reason in sending troops all the way to the Western Isles. But because Lycia needed Etruria's protection against Byrne, they had no choice but to oblige. Thus, Roy and the Lycia Alliance army passed through Etruria and made their way towards the Western Isles. The Western Isles are the various islands off the west coast of Elib. Currently, they are colonies of Etruria. The Western Isles are rich in minerals and natural resources, so mining is a major industry. However, these minerals are worth a fortune, so various rogue groups have traveled there hoping to loot the mines and sell the minerals for themselves. Thus, the people living on the Western Isles spend their days in constant fear of bandit attacks. And Roy had been sent to defeat these bandits. Looks kinda foggy. Can't really see anything that's going on. Welcome to Chapter 9. This is our first Fog of War map. That's right, Fog of War is here. Alright, a couple of things to note. There are these two villages. We'll get to them in a minute. There's two people to get here. Now, they're both enemies. We can't see them yet. Brigands roaming the Western Isles. So there's an archer with his iron bow. There's a shop here. And a armory there. Castle. Guess where we're going to have to go. A village down here. And that's it that we could see for now. Got a couple of pirates. Steel axe and bowl. Hand axe. Being pirates, they can move on the water, so be careful of that. And just a random house here. Okay. Like I said, there are two enemies here that we will need to get. The two people you have to take for this map if you want to get them is you have to take Noah and you have to take Sue. So I'm gonna have to find room for them in the army. Somewhere. They're coming along. The other person that's coming along is Chad, because I want his vision for the Fog of War map. Thieves still have really good line of sight. If you're careful, the enemies here have a lot of levels, but their stats still aren't that good, so you can train up some units here. Like Lilina, OJ, Wendy, etc. What else? Okay, I think that's all. Down here, I believe it's a silver weapon we get from here. I don't remember. Lance? sword. I think it's a silver sword. It's a silver weapon of some kind. Now, let's get to the important part of this map. It is these two villages. We need to go rescue one of these villages. You're saying, one? Wait a minute. Yeah. What happens is when you rescue, they're at war with each other. They don't like each other. They've never liked each other, and they never will like each other. If you rescue this one closes. If you rescue this one closes. That's what happens. Depending on which one you save, you will go to a different set of maps. Now, it's just 2 maps, but they'll be different, and the units there will be different, and the reinforcements you get will be different. Reinforcements for your side, I mean. You'll get different units, a different unit, depending on which one you choose. Now, I'm gonna go with the left village. Here you get a killer bow, and you head to the set of maps that I want. Why do I want them? You'll see when we get there. Now, the pirates can destroy these villages. If they both get destroyed, you'll go to the set of maps that you would get from rescuing this village. This village has a staff, I want to say, of some kind. But, I don't want this set. It's not for the reinforcement that you get the one unit that's different. It's for the one unit that you get on both sides, but acts different for whatever reason, depending on which one you go to. And this is a unit I'm going to use just for the sheer hilarity of it. And, well, I want this version, so I'm going here. I'm being vague because you'll see it next chapter when we get there. More on all of that later. Just know, depending on which village you save, you get a different route for 2 maps. Then the maps come back together. So it's not that much of a detour. Basically, one unit will change completely. Like, you'll get a different unit depending on which one you choose. And one unit will have different stats on which one you choose. Well, a different stat. But it's really important to me. Again, more on all that later. I don't remember where... See, this will be the fun part. I don't remember where the enemies are. That I want to recruit. Another reason why Chad is coming along. To help me out there. Alright, let's get the team set up. I can take 13. I want to take Dorothy, but I need to take Sue. And I need to take Noah. So who gets left behind? Alright. Now, I know all the other stats are much better. But Lou is... My whole point here is... Lou is 7 levels ahead of Lelina, right? That's why I like Lelina. You're level 13 too. You know what? I'll leave Lou behind. Bring Noah. I need to give him something. Yeah, that works. Take a Vol as well. Where's my man Boars? I want to use Barth, but kind of happy with how my team is now, so this is kind of the team I'm going to go with for now. Just because the units have grown better than I thought they were going to, which is pleasant, to say the least. Alright, for this map, we have to take Noah and Sue, so I gave them some equipment, so that's good. We're going to take Roy, Allen, Lance, Boers, Ellen, Deke, Rutger, Clarine, Lelina, Ujay, Chad, and Sue and Noah, because they have to come along for me to get people. Anybody need any equipment before we get going? Oh, by the way, We're storing that. Deposit the Durandal. Here's the Durandal. It is the S-rank legendary sword. Now, it only has 20 uses. Ugh. It gives +5 to strength, has 17 power, 90 hit, 12 weight, no crit. You must have, this is super important, pay attention. None of the legendary weapons can break before we get to a certain point. This is really important. Do not use up the sword. Now, nobody can really wield this right now anyway, unless you're using one of the pre-promoted units. Or you promoted somebody really early. Nobody's using this anyway. The point is, don't even use it. Because you need it. It's really, really, really important. That's why I'm storing it. It doesn't let me deposit it, does it? He has... No, there it goes. Okay, I was about to say. It's gonna sit here forever. Well, not forever. Until the very end of the game. Then I'll pull out the Durandal. But for a while, it's sitting here. For most of the game. Because we're not messing that up. So, there we go. Now I have iron swords in here, which is good. Take an iron sword. And... you need... take Rutger's iron sword. And I'll give Rutger a fresh one. There we go. Alright. You don't need that. We're good. Think we're good. Store the spare thunder. Take the extra fire just for the hit right now. Actually, I don't even want you to have a bowl. Just take all of that. You need an extra heal. And the torch staff would be useful. Take that. Actually, you should have it. Because you'll move farther. You take the torch staff. Okay. Think we're good. Save the game. Let's see how badly I mess this up. Just because Fog of War. Chapter 9, The Misty Isles. Boss, those guys from Lycia, they're here. You sure? Yep, we just saw them arrive on the small island to the east. Just as that other group said. Alright, they're probably floundering around in the fog, unable to see anything. Just sneak up on them from behind and kill them off. Sure thing, boss.
Roy, I'm sorry that I couldn't be of help.
Please don't worry about it. It isn't your responsibility. Lady Cecilia?
Yes, but even within Etruria, there are a lot of people voicing their discontent on how the advisor is treating Lycia like servants.
The advisor? I thought the king had made the decision to send Lycia to clear out the bandits.
No, Advisor Rorts has been working with Lord Odgard, who's in charge of the mining operation in the Western Isles, and they decided to do it on their own without consulting the king.
How can they do that?
Do you remember last year's tragedy in Etruria?
Of course. Etruria's next heir, Prince Meldane, suddenly passed away last year.
Right.
I never had the honor to meet him. I understand that he was a very bright individual.
Yes, if the prince were alive, Etruria wouldn't be like this. King Mordred couldn't bear the fact that his son had died. The shock was so great that he never completely recovered from it. And today, it seems like he's always in a different world, and he doesn't really pay attention to anything going on around him, or his country. Rorts took advantage of this. Now he's basically in charge of what goes on in the palace. Ever since then, he has kept the 3 Etrurian generals, Lord Douglas, Percival, and me, away from the king unless there's a great emergency.
But what about the time when you came to aid us in Ostia?
That event was an exception because Percival worked with me. But now...
Please don't worry yourself. We can return to Lycia when we complete this mission anyway. But may I ask you to take care of Lycia while we're away?
Of course. You can leave the Lycia Alliance and also Princess Guinevere to me. Roy, may I not go with you?
The battles on these islands are likely to become slugfest. You never know what will happen.
Now, Roy's actually right about that. The other thing I didn't point out about the map was that there's a lot of narrow paths, which means you can get a lot of choke points going, which could slow you down.
I think you should hide in Etruria with protection from General Cecilia.
Your Highness, please trust me. I understand your intentions of suggesting a truce, and I also promised Roy that I would protect you. Trust me, I'll defend you at all costs. I understand. I apologize for being selfish. Roy, I pray for your safety.
Sorry, my voice is giving out.
Thank you, my lady. I pray for yours as well.
Alright. You get new music, which honestly is not that great in my opinion. I don't know, I just don't like this music as much. And the map music isn't as good either. Okay, let's start chapter 10. Move here and get a look around. Alright, just these 2 pirates for now. Steel Axe 19 attack. You would take 14. You do 14. You would take 9. 9 plus 14 is 23. Wait there. Okay. Among the pirates is a very skilled nomad, even though you can't see him at all in the mist. They're horse-riding people, but this guy also has a girl with him. No, is that a fact? Next turn. Good dodge. Almost a level. You throw the hand axe. You're dead. Forgot to take Wendy. I wanted to get her some levels. Oh, still can't quite kill. Who wants EXP? Roy wants EXP. And crit! Oh man, Roy looked like he went right for the jugular with that crit. So mean. Okay, let's move up. In turn. Do I get a sight on anybody yet? No. Steel Axe, Hand Axe. This guy has Antitoxin to heal poison, because this guy has a Poison Axe. But you'll have to steal the Antitoxin if you want it. Thundertome, Hand Axe, still can't see either of the characters I'm looking for. Move people up. Boars as much as possible.
Sir Scott!
Oh, it's Fur. Sorry I had to call you in.
What is all this noise about?
Oh, you see, some brigands are attacking this island. People living here are in danger.
What?
I sent some guys over to try and stop them. The invaders are pretty tough. Situation doesn't look good.
I can't believe.
If only I could go out there, but I can't leave the castle. So, Fur, I'm sorry, but
Yes, I shall go drive them off.
thanks.
Leave it to me, attacking innocent villagers. That's not forgivable.
I asked another guy too, so you can work with him.
Someone else?
Yeah, a nomad named Shin. He looks frail, but he's got a decent shot with his bow.
Are you Shin?
That's me. Heard the story from Scott. Let's go. What?
Did you also join the fight to protect the people living here?
No. I have no such interest in such things.
Then why?
I'm paid to fight. That's all.
I gotta keep the conversation going. You're from Sakai, right?
Right?
What took you all the way out here?
Nothing new. Looks like you're from Sakai and you're also here.
Well, I'm traveling around Elib to train myself, and... Oh, you weren't asking about me, were you? Whew.
I'm looking for somebody.
Who?
My clan lost to burn when they invaded Sakai. Our clan leader let me escape, and he told me to find and protect his granddaughter. So I left the battlefield to fulfill his request.
I see. Well, I hope you find her.
Yeah.
Boss, you sure? I mean, letting a girl like that fight out there?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Once she's killed, we can get that sword she's carrying.
Sword? That weird one she has?
That's no ordinary sword. That's the Wodao, famous katana. If we get it from her and sell it, it'll be worth a fortune.
I see, so that's why you were so generous to her at first.
I couldn't make a move up until now. Now's a chance. Listen, I want you to follow her. When you see the chance, grab the sword from her.
Sure thing, boss.
So that's happening behind the scenes. Looking for the clan's granddaughter, huh? And didn't Noah, or was it that lady learning from Noah? Yeah, that's how you get those two. That's why you bring them. They moved up, didn't they? Alright. Be that way. Neither of those go as well as I want. So close. I just need one to hit. There's one. That's a level up for Lance. Level 14. HP, skill, speed. Okay. Now you can kill him. Can you kill this guy, Chad? Nope, but you can steal that antitoxin, which would be funny. how do I want to do this? Wow, Chad does really well in that fight. Kill him. Just because I need to lower the numbers. If you shoot him, you do 8. Which puts you in killing range for Chad, because Chad is really good. Oh, miss! Alright, now we can see what else is going on. Still nobody super new. So close. I just need... Get lucky with the crit! 3% chance! Oh, well. Uj gets a level! Level 7! HP, strength, speed. Not bad. Keep getting that strength. You're gonna check Chad, which makes me laugh. You're dead. That maxed out speed. Level 12! HP, strength! Man, he got more strength too. Look at that. God, it's a shame he can't go into Assassin. Okay, Lord Roy needs to get some levels because eventually he's not going to be doing much else, so get the levels now while I can. Level up! Level 11! HP, strength, defense! He got strength and defense, wow. Why can't I get more of those levels, Roy? Go stand by your boyfriend. Because you two need to be together. Somebody needs to stay behind and grab supplies. Who wants to do that? Probably Boars. Not that Boars isn't awesome, because he is. It's just that he's gonna get left behind in this map that I'm trying to push forward on just to make sure we get to these in time. We're really booking it. I wanted to heal Chad. Let's see what we got. Hand axe, steel sword, there's the poison axe guy, steel axe, hand axe, bow, steel axe, halberd, watch out here. I'll have to send somebody else up there that's not mounted. So that doesn't, you know, backfire at all. Alright, that's it for this turn. Good dodge, Chad. And that's a steel sword. I bet your way down. Doesn't matter. Remember, Chad has maxed out speed, Cendril. Ha! Any of you have anything I want to steal? No? Okay. I can do this then. Bye! Chad's so good. Like, I've seen him not be this good, of course, but this Chad's pretty good. Got 11 strength. Not to be trifled with. Let's give Lilina a kill. Obligatory Lilina kill. Stand by Lilina. Next. Let's see, where's Alan? I know he's here. Yeah, he kind of got left behind in the initial rush. That's fine. He's mounted. That's 7 movement. Ah! That's fine. Because Lance is going to get rid of this guy. Before he tries to do something with that poison axe.
Okay.
Noah and Sue can move forward. Next turn. Oh man, there she is. Because different spray. That's how I know. Got you moved. Where's Noah? Is Noah close enough? And we need to get her, like, now, because Wodao. By the way, they weren't joking. She actually has a Wodao. Reminding Swordmasters only. This is actually a more vicious version of the Wodao in other Fire Emblem games. It has a weight of 5, it has 8 power, which is good. It has 40 crit. Usually the Wodao only gets like a 35. Just slightly higher than a Killing Edge. It's 40 here, and it has 75 hit. This is a very dangerous version of the Wodao. Anyway, here's Fur, a girl traveling around to hone her sword skills. She's a reminding. Noah needs to talk with her and isn't close enough. Because of the forest in the way. So we need to stall for a turn. That needs to happen now. Alan needs EXP. Because I owe him EXP. Hey, sword level increased. Neat. Gives him C rank in swords. Next turn. You were in range? Don't kill Fur. Miss one of these. Okay, good, you don't double. Boy, I looked at that wrong. Boy, did I almost mess that up. And she missed, so she didn't use up the Wodao. Talk to her now. I could have sworn that square was not red. After I moved Chad out of the way, I didn't recheck, did I? Anyway. Fur, it's you!
Sir Noah, what are you doing here?
Yes, I joined this army a while back. Whoa! What are you thinking? Put away your sword!
Sir Noah, I thought you were nobler than this.
What?
Just because you're a mercenary knight, lending your services to pirates, you should be ashamed.
Huh?
Don't play dumb. You're working with a band of pirates to attack the people living on this island. And you call yourself a knight?
Can I have a sec? I think there's a really big misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding? You still insist?
We're trying to help the villagers. We're supposed to go defeat the head of a pirate group. I think his name was Scott or something.
What? Scott is the head of a pirate band?
If you think I'm lying, why don't you ask the pirate over there? He's right behind you, hiding in the bushes.
Pirate? What pirate?
Better go tell the boss.
Hey, wait!
You didn't suspect at all?
no! Scott was very kind to me.
Really? Rumors say that he's a very cruel man.
Well, my mother used to say you shouldn't judge people by their looks.
Well, that's true, but...
I was lending my services to pirates. What can I do now?
You want to come along with us?
What? It would be okay?
We're always looking for more people to strengthen our army. I'll talk to Roy about it.
Thank you.
Well, that ends your job. Bye forever. That was dicey. You need to be healed. Like now. Don't move there. She needs to be healed. You move back. Now, Fear starts off at level 1, so if you do want to use her, you're going to have to babysit her. And don't use up the Wodow. It's a good weapon. Don't just use it willy-nilly. All that crit. Let me go over her stat growth. Now, we have Rutger already. This is another shot at it. If Rutger isn't going well, but you still want a Myrmidon. Again, let me throw up her stat growth on the screen. Now, her biggest problem is what plagues most of her class throughout Fire Emblem, is that strength growth. She only has a 25 strength though. The HP is good, 50 skill, 55 speed, 50 luck. I'm gonna hit you twice. I'm going to hit you twice, and I have a good chance to crit. If she can get the 25% strength growth to proc sometimes, she could actually be pretty good. 15 defense and 20 resistance. Nobody has defense and resistance in FE6 unless your class specifically does that. So, I think she can turn out pretty well. That low strength growth can really hamper her though, so it's just... It's a shame it wasn't just a little higher. Rutger's turning out pretty well. He only has 9 strength. Fur already has 6, so she's got a good chance to catch him. But again, if Rutger isn't turning out too well, this is a reset button. Is she gonna turn out better? Maybe. Just that, again, that low strength growth can really hamper her. But again, if Rutger isn't turning out well at all, like just getting terrible stat growth, give her a try. Give it another shot with her. Like I said, she does start with that Wodow, which is really dangerous, and a D rank in swords. That's all I got to say about her. Compared to Rutger, Rutger really does have better stats. With the, I know it's only a 30 strength growth if you remember, but that is better than 25. Doesn't get as much luck as Fur. That's really the only thing Fur really trumps him on. Rutger gets only a 30 luck growth, somewhere around there, while Fur, like I just said, gets 50. All the rest is pretty comparable. Rutger has her beat by a couple of points. Fur has slightly more speed, but Rutger still has coin flip speed at 50, if I remember right. So, there's that. It's... Rutger will more than likely turn out better. But if he's not, you can give Fur a chance. Like I said, it's your second chance here. I like her a lot. It's just that she typically doesn't grow very well. So, there's that. Am I going to use her? Probably not. I'll probably just stick with Rutger, and if that doesn't work out, I'm going to be doubling up on the Mercs anyway. So, one of them can have the Wodow, and that'll be funny. I didn't mean to use Torch! Blast. Hey, I can see you now. There's Shin, by the way. Oh, man. Stand there. I need to rescue her. Who wants to rescue Clarine? Glad I did use that torch staff now. Ah, it played out. So she doesn't get shot. Here's Shin. He has a short bow, you know, for that crit chance to ruin your day. Okay, a few things need to happen here. One, you need to die. So, let's start there. Now we can move on. Oh man, and the episode. I'll try to get Shin here, and then we'll end the episode. Lance, if you would, please. Now I can't see. He's like right there. The only person in range should be Rutger, and then Sue can talk to him. And then crisis avoided. Next turn. Alright, get down here. Oh, and OJ. But he could take a hit, so that's fine. Then we talk to him, and somebody's going to be getting an arrow from Shin, by the way, because of his really high movement range, that's 7, you can't get Sue to talk to him in time without somebody getting shot. Because if Sue's in range to talk to him, that means she's also in range to get shot. So, be careful with that. They start over here, and they start to move, heading towards you, so just be careful of that. Alright, talk to this guy. Lady Sue.
Shin, what are you doing here?
I was looking for you.
For me?
Yes, that was the clan leader's orders.
What happened to our clan after I left?
I'm sorry. We didn't stand a chance against Burn.
We lost. What happened to my grandfather?
He is continuing the struggle against Burn.
I see.
I was told by the clan leader to leave and look for you.
Then will you fight alongside us?
With you?
We will be helping grandfather because this army is fighting against Burn. Also, this army saved my life earlier.
Understood, my lady. If that is your plan, then I am at your disposal.
Thank you.
No, Shin. You're at my disposal. Gotta find a way to put Shin in the party. Gotta leave somebody behind. That's a shame. This is Shin! A survivor of one of the Cicade clans decimated by Burn. One of the Silver Wolf's followers. He is a nomad, you know, like Sue. He starts at level 5. Yeah, I forgot how good the levels for Sue were so far. Comparable to Shin, that doesn't happen often. But he is a nomad. Nomads are cool, right? I went over how cool nomads are. He has a con of 7, which is slightly higher than Sue's. Starts with that short bow. Let me put up his stat growth on the screen and why Shin can be such a formidable force. Because, remember the thing that could kind of hold Sue back? That 30 strength growth? Which, you know, isn't bad. It's not great, but it's not terrible either. Shin has a 45 strength growth. And still has 50 skill and 50 speed. Which isn't as high as Sue's, but still pretty high. 25 luck, it can proc every once in a while. He's a nomad, he only has 10 defense and 15 res, whatever, he shouldn't be getting hit that much anyway. Also, 75% HP growth, higher than Sue's. The big selling point for Shin is that he doesn't have that much lower skill and speed growth. It's still a coin flip, still 50, still good. He's got 45 strength growth, so he can have the power to shoot things with that bow and get a lot out of it. This is people's nomad of choice, and I don't blame them. He can end up being really good. In the long haul, Shin will probably be better overall. He can end up being a very good nomad. Like I said, this is usually people's nomad of choice if they're using a nomad. and it will be the same for me as well. Alright, this episode has gone on long enough. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had a lot of fun. Until the next episode, where I visit this village and head to the rest of the map. I'm Cendril 89. Remember to shoot for the stars, and take care, everyone.